Hey, what's going on everybody? Steve here, and in this video I wanted to just share some updates with my life. What have I been up to? Some personal life updates, talk about my business, what am I doing in my business, how am I making money, what are my focuses, how's everything been going. So just want to do a little bit of an update video because I know a lot of people maybe, are just curious what's going on, what am I doing, how's life, how's business, so on and so forth. So let's get right into it. So number one big update that I've had is I've really shifted a lot of my effort into my health and fitness. So, back in 2017, I had lost a bunch of weight. I had hired, a trainer. I was, working out. Big shout out to my buddy Bonafide Hustler. We were running the green room at the time. Like I had really cleaned up my diet, probably had lost, 40 or 50 pounds. And I kept it off until about 2021 and then ended up moving back from Miami, right? I was living in Miami, moved back to Connecticut, got a house, girlfriend moved in with me, just got comfortable, complacent, just got soft, right? To be honest, and put on a bunch of weight, went from about 180 up to 233 pounds was my highest towards the end of 2023. And at that time, actually a car had hit my house. So where I'm standing right now in front of me, you can't see, a car flew through my house. I'll put some pictures on the screen, but smashed the house. The house got condemned. We had to move out for like 4 months. There was a bunch of insurance nonsense, like they wouldn't do the work. Moved into an apartment, was eating out, like just life was crazy, right? And just, hit my all-time low. And I decided at the end of 2023, like I'm gonna change my life. So got big into working out, tracking my calories. I track my calories every day in my FitnessPal app, eating whole foods, ground beef, eggs, vegetables, fruits, potatoes, rice, just eating clean foods that come from the ground, staying away from Uber Eats, DoorDash, all that bullshit. And today I'm 185, so feeling better than ever in terms of my physical health. Although for the last week or so, haven't even been able to walk. I don't know what I did. I tweaked out my back, my hip, and that's why I'm sitting right now. I'm usually standing when I'm making videos, but yeah, jacked up my back really bad. So just recovering from that and going to the chiropractor and doing some stretches, so on and so forth. But outside of that, just really investing a lot into my health and fitness. And I told myself at the end of 2023, what's the point of freaking having money, right? Like what's the point of being successful, whatever you want to call it, right? If you feel like shit. And at the end of 2023, no, actually at the end of 2022, I officially hit the $1 million net worth. So I officially became a millionaire. And maybe that's, I don't know, maybe like I started taking it easy because I officially became a net worth millionaire on paper, right? And maybe I just started taking it easy and thinking that my shit doesn't stink. I don't know, right? Maybe my ego is getting out of control, but yeah, I had to put myself in check really quick because being a millionaire, especially in 2025, doesn't mean anything anymore. It's like, I feel like you really need 3 to 5 million nowadays if you want to retire and live the good life. But that's neither here nor there. We could talk about that in another video. But yeah, officially became a millionaire, on my way to having 2. So things are going good, in terms of that. I've still got my 2 rental properties that are hopefully going to be paid off in the next 6.5 years. So I know this probably isn't the smartest thing, and like Graham Stephan would not be happy about this because my interest rates are, at like 5%, but I'm paying a ton of extra principal just because I want to pay them both off. And I want to feel like, I guess I just want to have income streams that come in automatically without me having to do anything. Now, of course, there's still like, fixing the house and capital expenditures and taxes could go up and there's work involved with rentals, but I have a management company that takes 10%. So each one of my rentals is making about $3,000 per month, give or take. But so management is 10% on each of those. So they take $300 off the top to manage it, collect rents, deal with repairs, all that stuff. And then, every month there's a couple $100s or so for, repairs, expenses. Sometimes there's vacancy. So, it's not like it's all profit when it's paid off. There's still taxes, mortgage, insurance, repairs, capital expenditures, management company. But when those things are paid off, that's going to be a nice little income stream right there. Probably, bringing in $3,000 a month between the two after all said and done, maybe more. I got to run the numbers. So I'm just like fighting to pay those things off. Because for me, like at the point I'm at right now is I'm just trying to find ways to, build, I know I hate the word passive income, but invest my money in things that pay me, right? So like, for example, like invest my money into the stock market and then dividends pay me automatically. I bought into GoToLister, so I'm a part owner of GoToLister. So, I spent a bunch of money to acquire part of that business, just a small amount. I'm not a big stakeholder, and then that pays me. Rental properties pay me. Dividends from the stock market pays me. Down the road, when I retire, there's something called the 4% rule where you can pretty much take out 4% and you're paying yourself that 4%, and that'll just keep growing based on like what the stock market typically makes long term. So I'm thinking a lot about retirement, even though I'm 38 years old, even though I'm probably only halfway to the point where I feel like I could retire. I'm thinking a lot about that, right? I've invested a lot of time and effort into my software. So I built a software called Reselling that is an eBay to Amazon sourcing software. And even though that hasn't really helped grow my net worth because that takes so much money to build, it's getting to the point now where it's starting to, make some money and pay me some cash flow every single month, which is really exciting. So cash flow has kind of been the name of the game. That's why I love eBay to Amazon flipping, even though it's risky. And, there could come a day where Amazon asks for invoices, or I get a bunch of counterfeit complaints or IP complaints, and I eventually get shut down. Like, I know that's the risk. The cash flow is just so freaking insane. Like last year, I paid myself $130,000 from my eBay to Amazon business. Now I made about $175,000, $180,000 profit, but I had to invest about like $40,000 back into inventory and different things. So, that's sick cash flow for a business where I'm only spending a couple hours per month now. I've literally gotten to the point now where I don't spend hardly any time on my eBay to Amazon business. Like my Amazon business is pretty much fully automated because I have virtual assistants that run the whole entire thing, and I have a prep center. So I have two virtual assistants, Jane and Gia, who source everything for me. Jane's husband works for me part-time. He's in the Philippines as well. He does all my repricing and automating all that. I have a virtual assistant, Iran, big shout out to her, who does all my stranded inventory, lost shipments, reconciling inventory, updating spreadsheets. Big shout out to Honey Let, does all my bookkeeping, reports. I have other people on the team as well. And then Little Owl Prep out of Ohio, who does all my prep work. So I've built a pretty sweet system that again takes money and time and resources, and not something that you're going to be able to replicate overnight, that is generating 6 figures cash flow for me that I could reinvest back into stocks. Not really real estate now, because I feel like the real estate market's so high and overly inflated that I'd rather put money into stocks, crypto. I'd rather invest money into businesses like GoToLister, Replane Catcher, reinvesting into my channel, creating content. In terms of courses and stuff, I haven't really been creating a lot of courses and stuff. Like, I just been focused on building Replane Catcher. I've been focused on running my business. I still have my coaching program, Reselling Freedom, that has close to 300 people a part of it, which is a great income stream as well. We've got about 10 coaches who help run it alongside with me. So we do like 3 to 5 live coaching calls a week. We've got a Facebook group, we've got a course, community. It's only like $1 a day. It's like $37 a month. And it just offers a lot of value because I was so sick and tired of seeing people pitch these new Amazon sellers who are most likely going to quit to begin with. I hate to say it. A lot of people just give up and quit because business is hard. But I hated seeing these people get suckered into spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 on a course. And I'm like, I could do it better. I could do it cheaper, and I could leverage like my network and, different things like that. So Reselling Freedom's going great. And yeah, we've got about 300 members, helping a lot of people. So that's that. But overall, business is great. My net worth is growing. My Amazon business is doing great. It's healthy, right? Knock on wood. I've got a great team of virtual assistants that help with editing these YouTube videos, posting content. Just in the last month alone, this is a cool little update. We've gotten on Instagram 3 million views, Facebook 4 million views. I think YouTube's like a couple 100,000. I think TikTok's like 1 million. So the videos are getting out there. It's inspiring people, helping people. The sad part is nowadays, like, Amazon's a tough business. I feel like probably only 1% of people, less than that, who watch my videos even take action on it. I feel like most people now, they're just looking for entertainment. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to put in the effort. They want to get rich quick. I just hate to say it, but like, people are just watching social media, watching all this TikTok affiliate, YouTube automation, crypto, Bitcoin, and I'm a big fan of a lot of these things, but people don't see the hard work that's involved and the risk that's involved and the capital that's involved and the timing of the market that's involved for a lot of these people to be successful. And one thing I would like to say is, as I kind of think back over my journey of, starting 12 years ago, I started flipping bikes on Craigslist. I remember I flipped like $20,000 worth of bikes that first year. Thinking back, like I was broke. I had like maybe $3,000 to my name back then. Now, like thinking about, holy crap, 12 years later, like I'm a year out from probably having a $2 million net worth, hopefully, maybe a little longer, but being a millionaire, hopefully a multimillionaire soon. Again, I don't think that means as much as it used to, right? So I'm not trying to sound like that's impressive, but for me, it is impressive, right? I came from a broke joke. I came from a family who was not a millionaire. I didn't get given any money, right? I literally freaking went to jail for selling weed, was 250 pounds, smoking 2 packs of cigarettes, addicted to Xanax, on freaking all these pills. And my life was a mess. I had no mentors, right? I had no vision, right? Like I was working at a pizzeria, delivering pizzas and working at the Cracker Barrel. So looking back, it's pretty incredible. A couple things I want to say about that is, number one, invest in your self-development. That was the biggest thing. People laughed at me. People said, you're so fucking stupid for investing thousands of dollars of traveling to go to Tony Robbins events and reading all these books and educating yourself and joining these, different memberships and learning from people and going to meetups. And just, I invested so much into myself and it paid off big time in my mindset. Doesn't mean I don't have a shitload of problems still. Like I got problems, guys, trust me. Like I've got, problems with anxiety. I've got problems with depression. Like I've got problems where sometimes I don't feel like I'm good enough. I have problems where like sometimes I just don't feel like doing anything and I don't want to get out of bed. Like there's problems I deal with where like I said, I gained a bunch of weight. Like trust me, like making money and being successful in business, however you want to define it, doesn't mean you're going to be happy. Like I have a lot of challenges of still like being happy and grateful. And lately I've developed a new morning routine and a night routine. And like I have problems scrolling TikTok and just doing dumb stuff on the internet, right? But looking back, I've come so far. And a couple things I'll say is, number one, invest in yourself, like I said. Number two, sometimes there's short periods of time where there's a lot of money that you can make, kind of like a glitch, a glitch in the matrix, I'll call it. Like right now, like a ton of people are printing money with TikTok affiliate. That's going to go away. Like I made a ton of money back in the day with affiliate marketing. I made a ton of money with like Kindle publishing. Right now I'm printing money with eBay to Amazon flipping. That's a glitch in the matrix that's not going to be here forever. So like sometimes you're going to find these crazy opportunities, just go all in on them. But don't forget, you got to pay your bills. So don't just go all in on these crazy things. Like there's like glitches in the matrix with crypto and different things, but find your bread and butter, right? Like for me, my bread and butter back in the day was like flipping books and selling books and going to thrift stores and selling on eBay. Like make sure you have a bread and butter way to make money. But every now and then you're going to have these glitches in the matrix, right? Like just different things like I mentioned where there's just like a short period of time where like you could just make a shit ton of money. And I did, like back in 2017 and 18, I was getting a ton of views. My YouTube channel was popping and I promoted some programs which were really good. One of them being the wholesale formula, where I put like almost $250,000 in my pocket promoting that over like a 3-year period. And some people are going to say, oh, it wasn't good. Wholesale back then had like hardly any competition. Like it was such a freaking amazing opportunity, wholesale in of itself. But I had built up an audience. I had, people following me who trusted me. And I met these guys who had a great program, and that made me a lot of money. That helped really get me off the ground, right? That's an example of a glitch in the matrix. For right now, it could be YouTube automation or TikTok affiliate, right? Like Amazon FBA is great right now, but it's not I would say eBay to Amazon flipping is a glitch in the matrix, but it's not going to be here forever. And Amazon in general, I'm not going to say it's saturated, but it's way harder than it used to be. I don't care. Anyone who says Amazon's easy now and it's the best opportunity, they're full of shit. Like Amazon's great, but it's not like Amazon's matured so much, right? Another thing I would say is if you're on the younger side and you're starting to make good money, invest it into stocks, invest it into index funds, especially invest it into your own programs, your own courses, your own membership, invest it into real estate, right? Even though right now I feel like real estate, unless you have specialized knowledge, it's pretty inflated, but there's rules, right? There's specialized knowledge that you could have with fixing properties and different things. I just think that buying cash flowing 2, 3, 4 families right now is a pretty shitty deal unless you're in a certain part of the country and you have specialized knowledge and you know how to find these properties mega undervalued and fix them up, or you're just really good at networking or marketing and putting out signs and you're sending out posts, you're finding these motivated sellers, right? It's not as easy as when I invested in 2017, 18, 19, because deals just cash flowed, right? Interest rates were a lot lower, but invest in yourself, right? Invest in your knowledge. get mentors, whether it's Tony Robbins or people online, you know, invest in your own programs and courses, invest in social media, build up your personal brand. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of money to be made nowadays if you've got a personal brand. And not only just selling courses and stuff or building your own membership, but it could be promoting affiliate products, right? That you trust and believe in. Don't promote crap because you're gonna lose your whole audience. Facebook, for example now. Facebook's freaking crazy. Like, I've got friends of mine who are doing $10,000 a month just posting videos on Facebook. Matter of fact, Facebook is starting to pay a shit ton of money for posting pictures. I posted a picture the other day that got 100,000 impressions or whatever. It paid me like $40. And I'm not even posting a ton on my Facebook with pictures and stuff. I'm gonna start doing that. Facebook's starting to pay a ton of money for posting pictures. Like, pictures, like what the heck? Like, I think I made like $1,000 over the last month posting videos on Facebook and Instagram. Like, diversifying multiple income streams as well. Of course, in the beginning, like, get your bread and butter. For me, it was selling on eBay, Amazon, different things like that. But as you start making money, if you see these little glitches in the matrix, right, taste different things. A lot of people are gonna say, don't put your hand in this cookie jar. Don't taste this, don't taste that. When you're young, taste a bunch of different things. Of course, take care of your bills, your bread and butter, but taste a bunch of things and get really good at certain things, because you could build specialized knowledge paired with a glitch in the matrix, right? And when I say a glitch in the matrix, I just mean like these once in a lifetime opportunities, whether it was when Kindle publishing first came out. I made so much money with that. Maybe it's when, you know, like Facebook right now is kind of a glitch in the matrix. You have an audience, you know, TikTok affiliate, right? That's like a glitch in the matrix right now. Take care of your bread and butter, right? If you find these little glitches, go freaking hard, make a crap ton of money, and then take that money and invest it in index funds, invest it in real estate, invest it in your own courses, programs, you know, maybe put a certain percentage in crypto and just don't touch it, right? A small percentage. Put a good amount. Index funds are really safe, but invest your money, right? Maybe you'll have opportunities to buy into certain companies or start your own company, a software company. Software is fantastic as well, but you need money. You've got to make your money and pay your bills, but also you've got to find these high leverage glitches that I keep calling. Go in, make a ton of money, and don't spend it all on stupid stuff. I see this all the time. A lot of people, they make more money and they buy a nicer house. They make more money, they buy way nicer clothes. They make more money and they get a house with a crazy tax bill. They get cars, they get a crazy car note. They buy all these things and subscriptions, and they're just building up all their liabilities. One of the keys that I found of becoming a millionaire is, you know, I've upgraded my life. I got a hot tub here, I got a sauna, you know, I bought a nice house, but, you know, I took care of my necessities, but every time I make more money and my net worth grows, I'm not spending more and more. I'm investing more in index funds, right? I'm investing in my software company, Replay Catcher. I'm buying into companies as well, right? Not a ton, GoToLister. I'm investing in my business, in myself, in my team, in virtual assistants. So I don't know if that gives too much of an update, maybe more of an update into my mindset, but I'm really passionate about this stuff, and I'm grateful. I'm really grateful that I started this channel a long time ago. I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you like the same passion is there for creating content. And I think it's maybe just because like sometimes I feel like I create content and nobody really cares about it. It's because like I'm doing eBay to Amazon. I feel like a lot of people don't want to take the risk. Also, I feel like sometimes my content maybe would be boring to share, you know, like in terms of reselling, because I don't do anything in my reselling business anymore. It's all outsourced, all of it. So maybe like, I wish I had more passion. Maybe I just need to start sharing like more behind the scenes, day in the life type videos, going in the hot tub, cold plunging, going through morning routines, like working on, you know, different parts of my business, growing my software company. Maybe I need to be more selfish in a sense and share what I can, because sometimes I feel like I don't know what to share, because like my channel, I've always made it about reselling, and it's like, I don't resell anymore. Like I do, like I make a shit ton of money reselling, but I don't do anything because it's all automated through virtual assistants and prep centers and stuff. So I don't know. Life is good though, you know, always trying to improve and get better, but overall, I'm good. I've been with my girlfriend for over 5 years. I live right down the street from my mom and my dad, so that's amazing. I've got 3 cats, Harry, Potter, and Gizmo, so life is good. I really have no complaints. I'm grateful for everybody who still watches this channel. I'm grateful for, you know, the opportunities with Amazon and all the different income streams, and just the pure amount of opportunities nowadays is just incredible. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Much love. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or thoughts or anything, I would love to hear down below. Share your updates as well. But with that being said, thanks guys.